Hi everyone, my name is Jonathan Martinetto. I am French and I arrived in Australia three and a half years ago. I founded a company called Build Your Own Aquaponics, and actually the aim of this company is to design aquaponics setup for private customers who want to produce their own food in their own backyard. I've been very happy creating this company, working with different customers. I had really amazing feedback. But I have one big frustration, and this big frustration is that some of my customers, they don't understand how aquaponics works, and actually they really need a coaching to be able to really get the mindset of aquaponics, because aquaponics is part of permaculture, and we always try to work with nature and to use the natural cycles. So managing an aquaponics setup is quite simple. If you follow the few points that I will give as advice, and I think every single beginner, when he starts with aquaponics, he gets very excited, and he can make some big mistakes that are going to cost the life of the fish, which is really sad, because the whole aim of aquaponics, when I design a setup for someone, is to create a sustainable setup. And to be able to feed maybe a family or part of the family, and some of the customers, some of my customers, they were not able to use the setup at 100% of their capacity, and sometimes they lost the fish, or sometimes they were not able to grow some food properly. They were not able to manage the setup. So anyway, today what I propose you is that I'm going to create a lot of videos about aquaponics. I'm going to give you all my tips. So I got a lot of experience with aquaponics, I got a lot of experience with aquaculture and with plants. I've been landscaper. I worked all my career I did in aquaculture and in seafood, in the seafood industry. I worked in different farms in freshwater and saltwater. I work in trout farms, I work in oyster farms, mussels, sea bass, sea bream. I did all my study in aquaculture. I have a master's degree in food science, specialized in aquaculture. I spent all my life in contact with nature, in contact with the natural cycles. All my life I was really passionate about the aquatic environment. So obviously, actually that's working in aquaculture that I realized that the production of fish at high density had a big impact on the environment. And that's how I went to aquaponics, because in 2000 something, there was a study back in France about how to treat the water back at the back of the aquaculture farm, because the impact on the environment was huge. Releasing all those nitrogen into the water. And actually the back of the farm was all green, a lot of algae. And one of the program was called Aqua Treat, and it was to design a special grow bed at the back of the fish farm to try to grow some kind of bamboo to remove the nitrogen and the phosphorus that are a source of pollution into the rivers. And that's how basically I understood that it was possible to create or to combine two kinds of culture together, and to use aquaculture as a source of food for the vegetables production, and to create an ecosystem, a full cycle, the full nitrogen cycle. And that's I think that's fantastic, and that's really a way to produce our food in the future. And if every one of us is growing his food a bit in a little garden at home, or in an aquaponic setup, or in a simple garden following the permaculture rules, so following the natural rules basically, and the natural cycles, we're going to be able to produce our food, very healthy food and very eco-friendly food. Because if you produce the food when you in the same place where you consume the food, you avoid the transport. And if you produce the food at small scale with a lot of biodiversity using the natural cycles, you don't use any pesticide and any polluant. You don't generate any pollution into the environment. So I think that's fantastic, and that's what we should all do. It's good for us, it's good for the planet, and it's good for people around us, because it creates a lot of interactions. So anyway, if I am here today on this video, it's because I want to give you a lot of tips about aquaponics, a lot of information that you may have some difficulty to find on internet or anywhere else. So I'm going to create a lot of videos, a long series of videos, and I'm going to give you a lot of tips about all the topics of aquaponics. If you got some questions and if you want to know more about a specific topic, you can leave a comment under the video. Also, I recommend you to subscribe to this channel, because I will leave all those videos on this channel. So if you subscribe on this channel, you're going to have all the new videos, all the new tips. So we are really going to cover the whole aquaponics area, because I want my customer to be able to come on this channel, YouTube channel, and on this video, and to be able to find the advice that they need. And I don't want them to guess anything. I want to give them all the information they need. And you may not be one of my customers, because my company is based in Melbourne area in Australia. But even if you are in the States, even if you are in Europe or anywhere into the world, if you are in Africa, there is a big potential there. Or even if you are in Asia, I want to give you all the tips. So you want to be able to manage your setup in an eco-friendly way, and you are not going to lose your fish. You're going to be able to succeed in what you do. You will see that aquaponics is not complicated as long as you follow and you understand the whole principle, that we work with nature and never against nature, and we always leave nature doing the job. We don't do the job by ourselves. We just maintain good conditions for the natural cycles to occur. So basically, you just look your food growing and you just maintain few parameters, but you don't have a big labor, you know, like sometimes in normal gardens. If you follow some classic principle of industrial agriculture, you will see that they need big tractors, they need to work the earth and everything. But if you follow permaculture, you will see that actually just working with nature, you can do something very efficiently in a very easy way. And that's what we do in aquaponics. And I will show you that it's quite easy to manage a setup, even to create your own setup. We're going to have some video about how to create your setup. I promise that it's going to be quite easy. Everyone can do that. Everyone can manage it. If you look at all those videos, you will be able to manage an aquaponics setup, and you will understand a lot of things, a lot of little tricks, and you will really understand nature, how nature works, and how we have to use nature to work in aquaponics. So that's what I propose you into those videos. So really subscribe to this channel and look at all the videos. I'm going to help you to manage your setup, or I'm going to help you to enter into the aquaponics world, which is really fantastic, because you're going to be able to produce again this healthy food for you, for your family, very tasty food that has nothing to do with what you can find in the supermarket. You're going to be very proud to what you produce. You're going to have an ecosystem at home, because when you deal with aquaponics, we will see that you deal with a whole ecosystem, the fish, the bacteria, and the vegetables, but also a lot of other insects, because it's an open ecosystem. And obviously it's also a really nice feature, because it's a pond outside, so you got the fish, you can feed your fish. It's really enjoyable to see your fish growing. At the end of the year, you may be able to eat your fish, depending on the species of fish you want to grow, or you can keep your fish as ornamental fish and you only grow the vegetables as a food. It's really up to you. There are a lot of different combinations, and we're going to see all those kind of things in those videos. I'm going to do many videos, so I'm going to base on one video per week. It can be a bit more, a bit less, depending on how busy I am, and we go from there. I'm going to give you all my tips.